Hello friends, my name is Anubhav Mori and today's date is the 16th August and today's I'm talking about the what is polymorphism. Today's I'm talking about the polymorphism in Java. So polymorphism and its types in Java. So polymorphism in a Java has a two types: compile time environment and compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. So an important example of the polymorphism is how parent class refers to the child class object. In fact, any object that satisfy more than one ISA relationship is a polymorphic nature. So, what is the use of polymorphism? To simply put, polymorphism in Java allows us to perform the same action in many different ways. Any Java object that can pass more than one ISA test is considered to the polymorphic, and in Java all the Java objects are polymorphic as it is had passed ISA test for their own type and for the class object. What is polymorphism in OOP? Means OOPs. The polymorphism in OOP is the ability of an entity to take several forms. In other words, the ability of an object to take different form of objects. It allows a common data gathering message to be sent to each class. The polymorphism encourages called as extensibility, which means an object or class can have its uses extended. For example, ma'am is only one, but he takes multiple roles, like he's a dad to his child, he's an employee, a salesperson, many more. This is known as a polymorphism. We can perform polymorphism in Java by method overloading and method overriding. So compile time polymorphism. One is a runtime polymorphism achieved by method overloading, overriding handle compiler. Runtime achieved by method and handle JVM handle. Types of polymorphism in Java. Java supports two types of polymorphism and they are as follows: static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism. So static polymorphism, a polymorphism that is resolved during compile time is known as a static polymorphism. Method overloading is an example of a compile time polymorphism. So, for example, method overloading is a feature that allows a class to have two or more method to have the same name but with different parameter list. In the below example, you have two definitions of the same method. So add, so which add method would to be called determined by the parameter list at the compile time would be called the is determined by the parameter list at the compile time. That is the reason this also known as a compile time polymorphism. So for example, we have created a class calculator. int add is int add int x comma int y, so return x plus y. So second method is int add, and we have passed the parameter int x comma int y and int z, so return x plus y plus z. So in main method we have created a object of the calculator class. So calculator obj equals to new calculator and print the obj dot add 100 comma 200, and second one is the obj dot add 100 comma 200 comma 300. So this is how static polymorphism works. Now let's understand what is dynamic polymorphism in Java. So dynamic polymorphism is a process in which a call to an or override the method is resolved at runtime. That's why it is called runtime polymorphism method. Overriding is one of the ways to achieve dynamic polymorphism in any object-oriented programming language. Overriding is a feature that allows a subclass or child class to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already provided by one of its superclass or parent class. For example, in the below example, you have two classes, MacBook and iPad. So MacBook is a parent class and iPad is a child class. The child class is override the method, my method of the parent class. Here I have assigned child class object to the parent. So class refers to determine which method would be called at runtime. It is this type of an object determines which version of the method would be called, not the type of reference. We have created the class of MacBook and we have created the method. So and print the override method. So in this class we have create we have extend the iPad class, extend the MacBook class and print the overriding method. So in main method we have created the object of this class, my MacBook obj equal to new iPad. So and call the method obj.myMethod. So the output is overriding method. When you invoke the overriding method, then the object determines which method is to be executed. Thus, this decision is made at the runtime. So the advantage of dynamic polymorphism. So dynamic polymorphism allows Java to support the overriding of methods, which is central for runtime polymorphism. Allows to specify methods that will be common to all of derivative, while allowing superclasses to define the specific implementation of some or all of those methods. So it also allows subclasses to add its specific methods, subclasses to define the specific implementation of the same. This was all about different types. Now let's see some important other characteristics of polymorphism. What is the difference between polymorphism and inheritance in Java? So polymorphism refers to the ability of an entity to take several forms. Inheritance refers to the ability of entity inherit the properties of another. So polymorphism in Java implemented on the method level. Inheritance in Java is implemented on a class level. So polymorphism enables method invocation during compile time as well as runtime. Inheritance enables code reusability. So other characteristic of polymorphism in Java, addition to these two main types of polymorphism in Java, there are other characteristics in Java programming language that exhibits polymorphism like recursion, operator overloading, polymorphic parameter. Let's discuss some of these characteristics. Recursion. So polymorphic recursion deals with implicit type conversion done by the compiler to prevent type error. A typical example of in an integer. So and string concatenation is string str is equal to string equals to 2. So operator overloading. An operator or method overloading refers to a polymorphic characteristic of some symbol or operator having different meanings depending on the context. For example, the plus symbol is used for mathematical addition as well as string concatenation. In either case, only context determines the interpretation of the symbol. String str equals to 2 plus 2, int sum is equal to 2 plus 2, and print the str some percentage d str. So the output is str equal to 22 and sum is equal to 4. So thank you friends.